Namaste. Radha means servant. Rani means queen. Radharani means the servant queen. Radharani is, for us Hindus, the highest goddess. She's the companion of Krishna. She's attracted by his flute. She's married secretly to Krishna by Brahma. The things she does for Krishna is cooking. She dances with him at night when he calls her with the flute. And during the day, sometimes she and her girlfriends, they transport on their heads butter and yogurt. And sometimes they get uninterrupted by Krishna and his friends, and they demand and take away their butter and their yogurt, which is their playful games. And then they enjoy that. And Radha, she creates all the females. That includes all the female goddesses like Lakshmi, Parvati. She also creates nature and the illusory energy, which is called Maya, which deludes us and binds us in the material world. There are two types of Maya. The Maya in the heaven, in the spiritual realm, which is pure, but still we need that energy for the play to happen. There's an energy which makes the play happen. That's Yoga Maya. And in the material world, it's Mahamaya. Maha means large. And she also binds us in this world by, for example, the attraction between male and female, that we identify us with what is going on. That is Maya. We identify with everything which is going on. It's an illusion, because we're an Atma, we're a soul, which just all the Atma can do is the Atma's consciousness, and we can just direct our consciousness where we want, either towards God or towards material things and relationships. So Radha is also creates all the female animals and beings, and she represents the receiving aspect. She's the queen of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is our holy place where we like to go. And there she is the queen of all the gopis. Gopis are the milkmaids, her girlfriends. There are millions of them. And then there are also smaller girlfriends, younger, which are called the Sakhis. One of her favorite places is called the Radha Kund, which is her own lake. Kund means lake. And the story is that there was a demon called Anistasura, which was a bull demon. He was attacking. Krishna had to kill him, but Radha said, "You have killed a bull, which is a holy animal. You committed sin, and you have to stay away from us now until you purify yourself with taking a bath in every single holy river." What he did was he brought all the rivers and made his lake called Shyam Kund. Shyam, because Shyam is his color black. And Radha then wanted her own lake and made the Radha Kund. Her birthplace is called Varshana. What is Radharani's aim in life? And with Radharani, it's about the relationship with Krishna. An example is, even when she is together with Krishna and hugging him, still she has that fear of separation, and she cries while hugging him out of fear of separation. Her love is so big, and she knows all the troubles standing between them. So even while being with him, she still is longing for him and calling him to be with her. She's in that mood of crying and separation of Krishna, which is the highest form of love. Which is basically, you're with your beloved, but you know all the trouble which are separating you, maybe long times, like maybe a year, where you can't see your beloved, and that knowledge makes you already cry. And that's the relationship between Radha and Krishna. It's a relationship of longing, of love, of maybe also unfulfilled love, because that's the highest form of love, when you want it but don't get it. Her other aims are to be with her girlfriends. She does lots of activities with them. She washes the flowers in a lake called Kusum Sarovar, which is very beautiful, also in that area between Govardhan and Radhakund. Then she is a daughter to her father Vrishabhanu and her mother Kirtida. She plays that role of a daughter. She also is an example to the world as a devotee, as a servant. She teaches us how to serve Krishna, how to look after him, how to interact with him. So she's an example for all of us, how to be with Krishna. So now I would like to recite the beginning of the 1008 names of Srimati Radharani. It's called Radha Sahasranam. Those were spoken by Shiva to his wife Parvati. And he's saying there that it is one of his most confidential knowledge, which he has never shared. He always recites that in his heart, in his meditation. That's the highest which he has. And he's sharing that with her because he trusts her, he loves her so much. That's his most precious thing. He's saying everything, comes obviously from Radharani. She's saying here, by her kindness, Krishna, the master of Goloka, is the supreme master. And then it starts, Devi Radha Paraprokta Chaturvarga Prasadini. Radha, who grants the four goals of life, which are Artha, Dharma, Kam, and Moksha. Artha is work, Dharma is religious or welfare activity. Kama is lust, passion, love, enjoyment, art, and moksha is liberation. She grants all of that. Om Shri Radha Radhika Krishna Vallabha Krishna Samyuta. Om, she's Lord Krishna's greatest worshipper, Shri Radha and Radhika, Lord Krishna's beloved, Krishna Vallabha, and Lord Krishna's constant companion, Krishna Samyuta. Vrindavaneshwari Krishna Priya Madana Mohini Shrimati Krishna Kantaja Krishna Nanda Pradayini. She's the queen of Vrindavan, Vrindavaneshwari, the beloved of Lord Krishna, Krishna Priya, more charming than Kamadeva, Madana Mohini. Beautiful Shrimati, Lord Krishna's beloved, Krishna Kanta, and the giver of bliss to Lord Krishna, Krishnandana Pradayini. It goes then on with further names of hers. Now, at the end, I would like to talk now what she wants from us. What's the aim for her, and what she's basically teaching us. And for this is best described by the latest incarnation of Krishna, which is called Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was born about 450 years ago in Bengalan, India, and his color is golden. And what he does is he's constantly praising God. He's constantly praising Krishna. He's always thinking about Krishna and only thinking about Krishna. and praising him. That's all what he's interested in, really. He's not interested in worldly things. His attention is fully there. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's really our guide, our example, whom we are trying to follow to our best ability. He and his disciples, there are many, they are an example of what we should do, which is very simple. He made it very simple. It is chanting the holy names of Krishna, like Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare is actually, again, in my opinion, the female aspect on the Radha aspect. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's a very simple. He basically says, in this yuga, in this time and age, there's only one worship we can do, because we're quite impure. We do lots of impure things and thoughts. We don't have much intelligence. We're very simple. We're very simple beings. So therefore, we actually only have the qualification to do one type of service, which is the glorification of God. We can only sing, praise. And that's what he's focusing on. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's the only one who is able to give the real love to God, prema, the real love. The highest level of love. And he gives it to everybody, including animals. Even they start chanting and get liberated. He's giving it without limitations, without minding if you are highborn or lowborn, if you are a priest or a servant or an outcast or the lowest person, a thief, an alcoholic. He's giving it to everybody, and that's the special thing about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's giving it to everybody, and he's making it very simple. And the last thing I would like to say is Radha, she's only worshipped nowadays in the Kali Yuga, which is the worst age. Kali is a demon of negativity, of quarrel, and he's the king of this age. He's controlling that age. That's why it's we consider it a very bad age. There are 4 ages: the golden, the 4 ages, the Satya Yuga, and then this one is the worst, is the Iron Age, where there's lots of quarrel, conflicts, and he's coming into this age now to glorify God and teach us how to do that, which is obviously very simple. So that was about Radharani. She's my goddess, she's my everything, she's in my heart. And I finish with another story. You know that Krishna, he had to leave Vrindavan because he had to fight the king Kamsa, who was giving trouble to everybody. You can see that in the videos again. Little Krishna. Another video is called Krishna Overcomes. And so he had to leave them behind. There's actually a beautiful song also on YouTube. He never came back. So Radha was living in that mood of separation from him. And one day, so he married about 16,108 queens, which is another story. But one day they met up, the queens and the gopis, the companions of Krishna, they met up. And I think it was the next morning, they saw that Radharani's feet were burned. And they were asking like what happened to her. They served her, they loved her, but respected her, but they submitted to Radha, but they wanted to know why her feet are burned. And the answer was that the night before they were giving very hot milk to Krishna, and it was burning him. And because in Krishna's heart, Radha's feet are always there, her feet got burned by that hot milk. And it teaches us that even if Krishna has everything we can imagine, all the riches, all those queens, still at the end, in his heart, Radha's feet. And although we try to serve him as well as we can, at the end it's only her who can really understand him and make him feel happy. And that's exactly what Krishna says. There's nobody who can satisfy him like Krishna or like Radha. And that's all I want to tell you today. Radhe Radhe, which is a greeting in Vrindavan. There people say Radhe Radhe to each other because they only think about Radharani. They're all her servants. And that's why I tell you the same, Radhe Radhe. See you next time. Thank you.